Hey Gold Medal family, how's it going out there today, you guys? Just sending the video out for you guys. So finishing up the series on the intervals, and I'm also going to be posting more videos this week for those that are going to be testing. And as of right now, we got about 4 people testing, which is very cool. I'm excited about that. Lets me know that there's still some people out there that are moving ahead and want to keep pushing forward in spite of everything being very challenging right now. So I appreciate that, you guys, and wanted to offer it to those that want to move ahead. Again, if you're not one of them, that's okay. You don't have to. We're not here to force anybody into anything, but we just want to be able to offer everything out there for people, or have the options for you guys if you wanted to do that. So we're going to start out here with the we're going to do 5 today and then get into a couple other videos. 5 new intervals. Drawing a blank on my own video here. Okay, so the first 2 are going to be more stretching ones, but they're very good because it's going to warm up that body for all the other high intensity stuff here. So first one here is going to be down on the hip, down on your knees. You're going to just put one knee forward here like this. And hopefully my mic doesn't cut out. I was using a newer, my wireless mic again. I haven't used it in a while because it was acting funny on me and the sound was cutting out. It seems to be doing okay right now, but if it does cut out or flicker on you guys, I apologize for that. I'll try to get that fixed for you. Okay, so again, for your interval sets, remember they're 50 seconds and then you just do it for a time limit. But for the stretching ones, those are a little different because you're not necessarily trying to reach a certain goal. You just want to perform them as good as you can. So here's your first stretching one for the hip. You're going to take one, be down on both of your knees and one leg forward, 1 foot up. And then lean into that. You're stretching this one. It's okay on this leg here if the knee goes in front of the foot. This is a big no-no if you're squatting or lunging, but because we're just doing a stretch, we don't have the kind of weight and pressure on our knee right here on the front, part of the knee, the patella tendon part. So it's not dangerous. And then you put that leg back down and then you put the other one up and push forward. And then you switch it and go forward and forward. Now when I do this one here, I like to kind of angle it a little bit. If you can see me in the camera, you see I'm going off to the side just a little and straight forward. That could be another form of one that you could do later on if you wanted to. I like to go off to the side a little bit because I kind of like to warm up into the groin area for the stretch for the next interval that we're going to do here. So we'll go ahead and do these 2 full intervals. Sound is out. There we go. Full interval sets and 50 seconds. Okay, ready and go. So forward, then back, forward, and you're just leaning into that stretch a little bit. It's not a hard stretch. Again, these are more like warm-up stretches, but they're very good intervals for kind of just getting the body prepared. Breathing in the nose, out of the mouth. Very important you're keeping your posture up and straight, nice and tall, even though we're on our knees. Forward. Now, I'm kind of already feeling this a little bit in my knees, but we'd been moving over the weekend. I think I did bang my knees on a few things, that we were moving some stuff here. So you might feel, if you're doing this on a hard floor or a harder surface, that you might want to put a cushion down, a towel or something like that, so it's a little softer on your knees. Normally I don't feel anything on my knees with the mats, but as of right now I kind of was. So just keep that in mind for you if you're going to be on a harder surface floor. Okay. Let's see here. Still having some issues here. I don't know why my battery looks to be low, but I did change these not too long ago, so that still could be the problem. Okay, so the next one here is going to be into your groin stretch. So you're going to put both hands on the floor, both legs up here, and you're just going to move side to side. Bring one weight down, one leg down, straightening the other one up. Back and forth, 50 seconds. and go. Now, I just hit stop and go. Okay, now, if you're not able to go all the way down, that is fine. Again, ideally, you want to try to keep your base leg flat, but I'm still warming up right now, even myself. So I'm kind of pitching on the ball of my feet just a little bit for the sake of really hurting my muscles right now. And just moving side to side. You want to do a nice continuous flow. Try not to stop or break your rhythm at all in between here. Ten more seconds. Hup, 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 and up. Time. All right. There we go. Okay, now the next ones. Is going to be your dive bomber. So we're going to get into some push-ups. All right, these are one of my favorite styles of push-ups. I really like this because it's more than just a push-up. To me, push-ups are very, monotonous, or just, they're boring, but they have a great benefit. But it's very, very boring. These ones here help you kind of jazz and spruce up that push-up a little bit. And they're not as tough as a normal push-up. So the dive bomber, you're going to start up on the hands and feet, but you're going to start up high, and then you're going to bring your face and nose, chin down to the floor, and then all the way back up, and then you're going to scoop backwards, leading out with your hips and your back first. And then you kind of swing back and forth like a pendulum. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to do 10 of these. You can do your set at home after this. So I'm up and high, I'm up nice and high, and I'm on the balls of my feet. I got a wide position with the hands, and you can see here, in order to do this correct, you want to be high in like a V position. You don't want to be down like this in your normal push-up position. It's going to be too hard for you to do the dive bomb. Okay, ready? And down, up, and then back. There's one. 2. Hoping my mic is not brushing on the mat for you guys. 3. I'll have to not go down so far. 4. 5. 6. 7, and you're still straightening your arms up for a push-up. So if you watch, you see I bend my arms and then I straighten them back up both ways. 8, 9, last one, and 10. So that is your dive bomber. Okay, now, next one is your single arm press up. We've done this one before in class, but again, it's not a very popular one. So for the sake of my mic scratching the mat, I'm going to bring it up here a little bit more. So hopefully it's not too loud or crazy sounding for you guys. So press up here, and I might, no, I'll keep it that way. Hopefully I don't get too much static. So one arm laying flat on the, oh, I can see the sound cutting out. Here, I'll move it over here. Okay, yep, one arm back. Now, I'm gonna peel my body up off the ground with one arm. I got my feet in position for the ball of my feet again, ready. And okay, yep. Sound was cutting out. Hit it again. That's too close to the mic, maybe? So here's the position. You're all the way down, laying flat on the mat. I got one hand ready to push up, to press up actually, and I got one hand behind my back. Feet are in a wide position, and I'm gonna peel my body up and kind of look up towards the ceiling. Push this arm all the way up, and then I'm gonna lift my hips up and go back. And then I'm gonna roll right back down. Then I would switch arms and do the other. From here, as long as it doesn't cut my sound out. And then I do the same thing. Okay, it's cutting my sound out, so I'm gonna use the same hand just so that it's not interfering with the signal right now. So, but for you guys, you would rotate your hands. So up, and then back down. So we're gonna go ahead and do 10 of those. I'm gonna take the mic off right now while we're doing them, just so that I don't have to worry about any of the sound cutting out on us. Okay, here we go. 10. And up. And then back down, switch. Dual. Set. Push those hips way back. Net. That's up. That's up. You go. You know. Up. And yo, last one. Hips way back. So, kind of did a small progression on the two, oops. Kind of did a small progression on the two drills so far. The two warm-up exercises with the stretching, and then the dive bomber, and then the press up. They were kind of similar in nature. Okay, so for the last one today, for the fifth one, we're gonna do the single leg pistol squat. Okay, now this is basically a single leg squatting up and down. We're gonna do a set of 10. So this is gonna be the hardest one for us today, which is fine, that's good, right? It's always good to pump up and warm those legs up and get that body going. So what you do is you're gonna start, I'm gonna start sitting down here. You're gonna roll back. We've done this one before, and if you've just done any of our live classes recently, we did this one in one of the classes too. You roll back, you're gonna roll back forward onto one leg, holding one leg out, and you're gonna stand up on the other leg. Holding that leg out the whole time continuously. You never want it to touch the ground. You can use your hands to help you kind of pop up to stand up. That's fine. So as you're doing the drill, as you go down and roll back forward and move up like that, you want to make sure this leg never touches the ground. And you're going to use the same leg continuously until you switch the leg, until your time is done or your certain number of how many you're doing. So I'll show you, and then we're going to do a set of 10. Oh, I'm starting down. So the rollback is to help you gain momentum to be able to stand up on the leg, to get on the foot basically is what it is. So I'm going to stand up on my left leg, use my right leg to stay out. So I roll back here, and then the straight up stand. Back down again. Holding this leg up the whole time and trying not to use my hands to sit back down. Because it's all about that posture and performance there. Right? Hopefully I don't mess up my mic too much, but so I showed you there. I'm going to take the mic off here really quick though to go over the set of 10. This way we don't have to worry about the sound cutting out on us. Okay, here we go. Starting, well, I'm up on my feet now, so we'll start up. So down, and huh. Do. Set. And net. And awesome. Other leg. Here we go. And Hana. A little tougher there. Do. set. Net. And Dawson. So, those were the single leg pistol squat.